Welcome back. In this tutorial, we're going to design the delivery page. The delivery page will contain a form section that will enable the user to input their information. So let's begin. Select the frame of the screen size you're using and rename the frame as delivery page. So now we're going to launch our phosphor icon and search for arrow. And we're going to make use of this particular one. We take it somewhere around there. So select the page and activate your create the 4-column count from our design system. So let me zoom in like this. So now we're going to take a text tool and write create new delivery. Right, create new delivery and update the size to 16 from our font library. We have 16 bold there. So you take it up and here update this to all right, so we're done with that. So let's take our text tool again and write recent deliveries. All right, then we change the font style to regular. I'm going to duplicate this copy, this text, and write view recent deliveries. Excuse me. View recent deliveries. So bring it under here. So let's copy this icon, bring it here. Excuse me. Then we can flip it to the other side. Use this tool to flip it. And let's go to our first icon again and search for product. This is what we can see there, right? Let's search for shipping instead. It's an icon we used before that I want us to maintain. Still not there. Okay, that's it. So we're gonna take this and make use of it. So bring it somewhere around here. So let's let me zoom in so that you can see clearly. Now let's give it a feel of this from our design library. Okay, and make the size to 40 by 40. Then we're going to select our scale tool and scale the inner icon to 24. Then align into the center of the frame. Alright, so let's select the frame and give it a corner radius of 5. Okay, so now select these two texts and give their spacing to 6. Then you can group them together. Now take this icon, select the text, and also align them like this. Then their spacing between them here, reduce it to 10 and group them together as well. Ctrl G. Now this navigation arrow, take it down there. The position from X should be 370. Then this text and the icon, you bring it and snap it to the edge of this grid. So now select the two and also align them like this. Then you can now group them together. Then here from our layer panel, we're going to rename this group as recent transaction. Okay, so now let's go back to the previous one to select the two and align them. Then the position of the arrow also should be 22 from the grid edge. So you can now select the two and also group them together. All right, so now we want to add auto layout to this. Okay, then when we're done, we can now give it a stroke, and this stroke should only be at the bottom. All right, so now we can increase the horizontal margin. Let's say 20, and what is there, so give the horizontal margin to 20. Okay, right, you can now drag it and close it to the edge like this. Make sure the line did not exceed the grid. All right, so now what we're going to do is to update the color of this line. Okay, so that is our stroke. We'll go back to our stroke and bring it outside and reduce the opacity to 50%. That's still too sharp. Let's take it down to 30%. All right, that's better now. So now let's take our text tool and write customer's name. Okay, and the font size, take it back to 14. Medium. Some 14 medium. Let's take it 14 semi-bold. I'm not sure we have semi-bold, right? 14 semi-bold. Let's check for our design system. It's there. All right, so let's take a frame of width 350, sorry, and the height to 15. Now give it corner radius of 15, and we give it a frame, a fill of text. Then going to update the corner radius to 25. Alright, that's perfect now. So let's duplicate this text and put it inside the frame and update it to the placeholder, which is going to be enter customer's name. Alright, so now the text, we're going to update it back to for team regular, and the opacity to 70%. So make sure you align the text into the center of the frame and give the X spacing to 20. Alright, that's fine. Now we're going to duplicate these two together. Select them and hotkey, then you drag down. Then here is going to be customer's phone number. So in brackets, let's put it as WhatsApp. Okay. So now here, I'm going to update the text to a phone number 080, then random X to indicate the phone number. Alright. So we are going to duplicate this one more. Select the two, hold down your Alt key. Then we're going to update the label and also the placeholder. So here is going to be customer's email. And we also update the placeholder to enter customer's email. Excuse me. Alright. And also maintain the X spacing while you align it to the center. So we move on, select the two again and make another duplicate and update here to amount. Okay. So alright, then here is going to be a placeholder. Let's say we'll put the currency as NGN. So, and also placeholder maybe 20,000. That will be there. Okay. So now let's duplicate only the frame and update the corner radius to 15 and increase the height to 100. Okay. Then here we're going to copy this text, the text there, and bring it inside the frame. Then we write select who paying to delivery fee. Okay, so here we're going to delete this and take a frame of size 33 by 33. Then we'll give it a stroke and update the corner radius to 50%. All right. Then that is too big. Yes, update it back to 25. So 25 is better. So we duplicate that to this second grid and take this one somewhere here. So let's take a text tool and write take it here. Then we take another one. We'll duplicate that and here. Then my customer. Alright, so we have that there. So we're going to select the mean and this and also align them properly. Then the spacing between the text and that of the circle should be 5. Then you group them together. Do the same thing here and align them properly and update their spacing to 5 as well, and also group them together. All right, so now we're going to select the text and this and allow the space and give the spacing to 15. So select these two together and also group them back. That will affect the spacing here. Update it back to 15. All right, we are done with this, so we can bring it down a bit to the center of the frame like this. So the Y position should be from the frame like this. Should be somewhere around that. Okay. So however, we would like to make this component so that it will be selectable. User will be able to select between this and that, right? So let's quickly do that. We're going to take out the frame and bring it here. Okay, so let me update my background back to white. Let's select the color that will enable you see clearly. Okay, this is not bad. You should be able to see like this. So now select this frame and say payment. All right, so here we're going to select the frame and create a component, and then we'll add a variant as a property. So now in this variant stage, that is where we are going to change one or two things. Okay, let's add one more variant. So in the variant stage, we're going to double click inside and ungroup them first. All right, now this circle only, let's duplicate it and scale it down smaller, and you put it inside the bigger circle. and align it properly. Then you update the fill to dark. So update the fill to dark on our design system. Alright, so in hold down your Alt key, copy that and drop it in the second circle and make sure it's aligned to the center. You do the same to the third one. Make sure it's aligned to the center and to this one as well. And make sure it's properly aligned. Alright, so now we are done with that. If you want, you can select them and group them back. Fine. So now let's connect the prototype. So let me still update my background. Alright, so now let's connect the prototype. What we're going to do now is to navigate your prototype now. Select the first frame and add the interaction to the second one. Right? Oh, pardon, that is not what we want. We're going to remove this, please. So for select if it is me. If user click on me here, this should be directed to this second frame, right? Now in this second frame, sorry, we're going to remove this part, delete it, the inner circle. So if user click on me, this should be directed to this, right? Now if user click on customer, this should be directed to this here too, please. Let's delete this. So now let's go to customer only and also connect it to the next frame like this. Alright, so similarly, if user want to click back to me here, they should be directed back to this frame, and if user click back to customer here, they should be directed back to this frame. I hope that is clear. Alright, so we are done with that. I'm going to take this payment component, cut it, then let's go and place it to our component page. I'll paste it here and it will be here. So now let's go back to our design page and continue. Here I'm going to go to our assets, then from our local libraries you see the component we just created, then we'll bring it in there. This is it, and align it into the center of the frame like this. Alright, so let's quickly preview and see if it's working. It's taking longer than expected, so we're going to skip this part. We'll preview it later. So now here, let's duplicate this frame, excuse me, and bring it here. Alright, let me revert back to my. So here we're going to update the text here. So delete this and can make duplicate of this. So let's update it to create payment of. So this way the user will have the option to enter the amount based on the selection or the figure they put there. So here it's 20,000, right? So we're gonna put 20,000 naira. Alright, just also align it to the center of the frame. Okay, so I'm going to update one or two things here. So the text should be back to height and the frame to our global color, which is that 010101. Nothing this it 010101. Alright, So now let's take another texture and just place it here. I'll change it back to black. So here we're going to update the texture. You get this will be showing the balance of their delivery. They get, whatever they are. Okay. So now here in this case here, we're going to update it back to 14. Regular. Alright. Then we align it to the center of the frame. So we are done with this form. What is next is for us to align it properly and give the proper vertical spacing and other thing that's required. Alright, so let's quickly do that. So here we'll start with the text. The text should be somewhere around here. That is 33 from the X position. Okay, irrespective of the form field. So now select the form field and the text, and their spacing should be 10. Okay, so you group them together. Similarly, the text should be 33 and the spacing between the text and that of the frame 10, and also group them together. So come here, make it 10 as well. Yeah, spacing to the 3. However, you should make the spacing to be even across all the forms, so you can go back and do that if time permits you. So 10 here, and the X spacing here should be 33. So group them together as well. Then that's all. So now we're going to distribute their vertical spacing. So select this, select this, select this. This is not grouped. Let's group them first. So select this, select this, select this, this, and this. So align them properly to the center. Then their vertical spacing, gonna make it 30. Okay, so that's perfect there. Then we select this and this, and also make it 30. Now the last one, select them together and make it 10 here, then group them together. Now this frame and the submitter, the button, we're also going to update it back to that. So this way we are done, and also align them to the center of the frame. Alright, so we should have something like this. So we want that to be scrollable, so that's why we created it to be a bit longer than the main parent frame. Is that okay? So we're going to zoom out now and quickly go and duplicate that parent frame, which is this, that has the home indicator icons there. So let's alt and drag to the right. Okay, So bring it here. Now select the inner content and delete it. Then we can put our delivery page here inside the frame and align it properly and send it to the back like this. Okay. Alright, so now we can now update the parent frame that was dashboard to delivery page. Alright, so we're done with that. Let's take a quick preview of it and see what we have. The view is ready. I want it to be scrollable, right? And let's check this, and this is working, but it's not scrollable. So let's quickly fix that. Let's take our inner frame out and increase the height. All right, let's increase the height to 1200. So, and take it back to the page back and also align it properly. Okay, then we send it to the back. All right, so now let's go and preview again. So it's now scrolling, but one thing is scattered there, which we're going to fix. The home status icon should be fixed, and the text here should also be immediately after the button. So let's take it out and quickly fix that. So this text and this one, the spacing should be back to 10. All right. So, and the frame, the height went too long. So I think it's just 1050 is fine. Okay. I don't know why this is scattering with it, because of the constraint. So let's quickly fix that and select the two and change the constraint to that. Then select the main text, select the main frame, and update it back to 1050. It's okay. All right. So now let's click the home indicator status icon and also make it fixed. Shouldn't scroll with the parent. Then we can now take our frame and put it back now. So now let's take another preview and see. So everything now is working perfect. All right, so we're done with the delivery page. In the next video, we're going to design the shipping page. See you in the next lecture.